You decide this evening, Fox Carolina is bringing you exclusive interviews with the candidates now running for governor. Upstate Congressman Ralph Norman is the latest to join the race. He served the Upstate's 5th District since 2017, and he officially launched his campaign for governor on Sunday in Rock Hill. So today, we drove to Rock Hill to sit down with Norman one-on-one. You want to make the jump from the District of Columbia to Columbia running for governor. Why?
Well, it was time. I think I was enjoying Congress with President Trump. It's a new day. The 4 years with Joe Biden were awful. But I saw the needs in South Carolina, and where they need me the most now is here. And I just couldn't, a governor, you really are elected for 8 years. It's hard to beat an incumbent if you're doing a good job, and we will be. And I just couldn't give it up. And we got so many needs in this state.
So far, you're one of the only candidates in this race who said that your top priority will be to fix our crumbling infrastructure. How?
Well, first of all, if you look at the ratings, when the federal government rates all the states, guess what South Carolina has on roads, infrastructure, bridges, any type of transportation? D. And how long are we going to put up with that? It just has not been a priority. It's not something that the politicians have liked to tackle. It's going to have, we're soon, 50% of our roads are going to have to be replaced from the gravel up, total replacement. And the billions of dollars it's going to take, we're going to find it. Going to have a DOGE commission that's going to outline exactly where the money's being spent now, and we're going to tackle the road issue and tackle the bridge issue. I think that's, how many more states can say that they lead the nation in fatalities on secondary roads? South Carolina claims that. How many states can say that you need 50% of the roads are going to have to be totally replaced? And that's a basic that the taxpayers deserve, and we're going to make that happen.
But how are you able to do this? Because even in the upstate, we got several counties, Anderson County bringing it back up, Spartanburg County, it failed in Greenville County, but this penny sales tax, local officials saying that they're the ones that need to pay for it, some tourists who need to pay for it. At the state level in Columbia, how can you make sure our roads are fixed, even on those smaller roads?
Going to prioritize the money, and it's going to be fine. And the money really, it's going to take $1 billion plus. And I think we put right now $250 million into it, $260. The gasoline tax is the primary source, but the bottom line is not getting done. And so what we will do is once we prioritize, find where the money is, we'll take it to we the people.
Something else you brought up, it's part of your slogan. There on your signs, you want to clean up Columbia. You also say there are corrupt politicians, corrupt political establishment. You're talking about other Republicans.
I am. And you have Republicans and Democrats. This isn't a partisan issue. Now we control the legislature for a good while, the House and the Senate. We got a supermajority in both. But you can't change the system if you've been a part of it for so long. That's why term limits. We've got to get them out of office, and we're going to put up a term limit bill and let them vote. And if they don't vote on it, we're going to take it to the American people. I will use the bully pulpit to highlight the fact that the founders never meant for politicians to go live off government forever. You ought to go back and live under some of these laws. And it's not just a slogan with me. These things that I highlighted in my speech, tort reform, term limits, fixing our roads, and the education system are a real thing. The DOGE commission, how do you know where you can spend money if you don't know where your money's going? And we're going to do that.
How do you plan to work with House and Senate leadership? It is because a lot of those politicians, they have been in office for quite a while, but you are a Freedom Caucus candidate. You've been endorsed by a lot of Freedom Caucus members. They've had some conflicts with leadership in the House and Senate, specifically the House Speaker Merle Smith.
I hope we can get along, but if we will lay it out for the people. I'll let their people judge them. They all have constituents that they answer to. And I will make the case that what we do on the roads, as an example, will help them out if they really will do it. I know what it takes to make this happen, and nobody else can say this in this race, that they're a businessman with a background, with a conservative record. Everything I'm telling you, I've done in Washington, I'll do it in Columbia, South Carolina.
Several of your opponents in this primary race, they've made President Trump a central focus of their new campaigns. President Trump won the state with 58% of the vote back in November. You and I have talked a lot about this, but you endorsed Nikki Haley against President Trump. You pushed back against Mike Johnson as Speaker of the House. Against President Trump's wishes, you pushed back on President Trump's big, beautiful bill. How can you convince the voters of South Carolina who are on President Trump's side, saying you are a Trump guy, or what do you want them to take away from your history with President Trump?
Well, first of all, I've had a loyalty with Nikki going back when we were elected in 2005, and you know, I was loyal to her. She did a great job as governor. I'm loyal to President Trump. Now, I negotiate for a more conservative bill, like on the big, beautiful bill. I opposed it in the Budget Committee and held it up so that we can improve it. And as I told President Trump, I said, we're helping you out. All the subsidies that need to be cut out, that's what we did. And at the end of the day, we ended up with a better bill. It got watered down in the Senate. But I've been with President Trump on just about everything. I did oppose Mike Johnson for a time, but look, in the business arena, you play it out as long as you can to get the best deal, and then you come on board. I wouldn't dare oppose President Trump on hardly anything because he's doing such a tremendous job. I said in my speech, what he did to Iran to take out the #1 sponsor of terror, it puts him in an elite category of greatest presidents. And so I don't apologize for backing Nikki, and as I've called the president before and after, I think he understood.
What do you think is the #1 thing that separates you from the rest of those Republican fields, because it's becoming even more crowded as we speak?
I walk the walk. I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk. My record shows that. I'm the most conservative by any measure in Washington, D.C. I mean, and I say that because I'm proud of it, because I think the tax dollars are we the people's money. And so often it gets spent like politicians want it. It's not their money. And I will apply that to every facet of government in Columbia. And the way you stop the corruption that I'm talking about is know where the money is, have the courage to highlight it.